Hi, and welcome to the Beyond the Falls podcast. I'm Sarah Jenkins, and today I've got Linda Yde with the River Falls Rotary Club speaking with us today. So thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm super excited to learn more about Rotary. I had a great opportunity, I think it was 2 years ago, to come in and speak to you guys. So I'm excited to learn more about what you guys do and how you're involved with the community.
Okay.
The first question I like to ask is, what is your connection to River Falls? What brought you to River Falls?
Okay. So what brought me to River Falls was my husband wanted to complete his college education. So we relocated over here, and he took some courses and got his bachelor's degree. And we loved it so much, we decided to stay. We loved the town and the welcoming feeling, and then the close proximity to the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like 45 minutes from everything, aren't we here?
Yeah, it's the perfect location.
It is. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then what got you involved with the Rotary Club? Tell me about that story.
Okay. So I knew I was going to be retiring in 2015, and I ran into a friend of mine at the library, Bill Montgomery.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
I know Bill.
He's a great guy. So I had told him I'm thinking about retiring, and I'm a little worried about what will I do to fill my days. And he said, well, what do you enjoy doing? And I said, right now I'm a reading buddy in St. Paul. The state of Minnesota had given a grant to provide a metro bus and transport people from Regents Hospital and the state of Minnesota to an elementary school once a week. And we were reading buddies to a student, so we would read for a half hour and then they'd transport us back. And I told him how much I liked doing that, but after commuting for 30 years, I wasn't willing to drive up there every Tuesday and read. And he said, have you thought of being a Rotary reader? And I said, I haven't heard of that. So then he told me about the program and how Rotarians go to Westside School and read every week. And I said, boy, that sounds perfect. And he said, well, we meet at Ezekiel Lutheran on Tuesdays, 7 a.m. If you want to come, great. So I did. And of course, I signed up to be a Rotary reader, and I'm still a Rotary reader.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's been, what, 10 years-ish?
Almost 10 years. Mm-hmm.
That's so awesome.
Mm-hmm. So that's how I got involved with Rotary.
Oh, I love it. Mm-hmm. Can you tell, for those who don't know, what is Rotary?
Mm-hmm. It's a community organization, and for our Rotary Club, our emphasis is on children. So our club motto is enhancing opportunities for youth, creating a better world for all. So we do community projects, and our most recent project was the Diaper and Baby Wipes Drive.
Yes.
And so we enlisted help from Ezekiel Lutheran and St. Bridget's and Hope Lutheran. We had collection bins there. Scott Morset, who's a Rotarian, offered to have a table at the First National Bank, and they collected diapers for us. And then what really helped us was we had the elementary schools participate. So all 4 public elementary schools and St. Bridget's Catholic School. And the schools were just so competitive. That was delightful. And our goal was to have 15,000 diapers donated and 15,000 wipes. And we ended up with 47,665 diapers and 62,640 wipes.
Wow, well surpassed the goal.
Yes,
that's amazing.
It is amazing. So all of those diapers and wipes were donated to the United Way Diaper Bank, and they have distribution centers in the area, but in our area in Ellsworth and in River Falls at the food pantries. So that was great. What was also kind of fun is that the classroom for that school that had the most diapers donated got an ice cream sundae party.
Oh.
Okay. And then the classroom that donated the most diapers out of all of the schools gets a pizza party. And that's Miss Anna Thompson's first grade class at Rocky Branch. So this Friday, we're having a pizza party for them. And the kids were just so excited and so giving, and the parents, of course, too. So that was our most recent project, but we also just finished up on the school forest pavilion. And
awesome.
So the school forest has been in the works for a long time. There was some delay about easements and access, but now the school district can get a school bus in and turn around.
Yeah, that's important.
It is. And so the Rotary, got a district grant, and with money that we also raised ourselves, we're able to put a pavilion, an outdoor pavilion that the classrooms can use when they come out there for field trips.
Oh, that is wonderful. I was going to say, I think my daughter just went this fall on a field trip there. So.
And they seem to love it.
Yes.
Yeah, being out with nature and seeing the different leaves, and it's a beautiful setting.
Yes.
So that's a recent project we did. Another one that we completed in October was we conducted an adult male and female coat drive for our neighbor's place, and we donated around 42 coats to our neighbor's place. So we have a really great relationship with our neighbor's place. They're a wonderful organization, and Shelley Smith does a fantastic job.
She sure does, yes.
So that was a recent project we had with our neighbor's place. Next year, to back up, we participate in the backpack program for our neighbor's place. So every year in November, Scott Morset helps us raise money. This year we were able to donate 200 backpacks for the time period between Christmas and New Year's when the kids are on break. So to tie in with the backpack program, this year we're donating birthday bags for the kids who have birthdays during the school year. So each bag will have a cake mix, frosting, candles, balloons, paper plates, and napkins, and we'll slip a bag into their backpack when their birthday's coming up. So that's kind of a cool project.
It is very cool. Wow.
Yeah. And then on the reading front, we do Tools for School in August. It's a school supply giveaway, and Rotary gives away right around 300 books to any student who comes to Tools for School. And then we're also involved in Jumpstart to Literacy, and that program's headed up by Tony Pedriana, and he gets grants and buys books for kids 0 to 5, and he's giving those away soon at the River Falls Food Pantry.
Oh my goodness.
So we do emphasize literacy and the youth.
Yes, so involved with the community too. It's
we
amazing.
try.
Thank you. If someone were to wanting to become a member, what does that process look like?
Okay. Well, I would advise anyone who wants to become a member just to show up at a meeting and see what we're all about.
Yes.
So our meetings are the first and third Wednesday at 7 a.m. and the second and fourth, I'm sorry, did I say Wednesday?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tuesday. First and third Tuesday at 7 a.m., second and fourth Tuesday at noon. And they are at Ezekiel Lutheran, always at Ezekiel.
Always at Ezekiel, okay.
So we offer the 2 times for people who might have daycare and they can't make it to a 7 a.m. meeting. They could come to a noon meeting. We don't require that you be at every meeting.
Okay, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah, it's whenever you can make it. There's an application form that needs to be completed. It takes about 1 minute. And then we do have dues of $125 a quarter.
Okay.
And we use that money to keep the club going. Other things, so, we invite people to check us out because we're a pretty nice group, if I do say so myself.
Yes.
But one thing that we are doing coming up, Sarah, is our burger battle.
Oh, yes.
And that the tickets are going on sale now. The burger battle will run from the 1st of January to the end of February. And it's, as you know, it's a competition among River Falls restaurants to who has the best burger battle burger
Yes.
that they can make.
Because some of them do a special burger for
They do.
this event.
A lot of them
Yeah.
create a special burger. So the restaurants that are participating are Bros, Juniors, Streeters, Tarnation Tavern, Tattersalls, and West Wind.
Awesome.
Yes, all excellent.
Stiff competition there.
It is, yes. Last year's winner, I believe it was Tarnation Tavern.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that fundraiser, along with our kettle corn sales during the River Falls Days Parade,
Oh, yeah.
that money goes to help our scholarship program. So we give 2 scholarships to River Falls High School graduating seniors.
Oh, that's awesome. How many members are there? Just curious.
There's right around 50. We hold it right around 50. And one thing that I should mention is that all members do not participate in all projects because they have different interests.
Yes.
Right? So some people enjoy the roadside cleanup that we do twice a year. Some people enjoy Veterans Park cleanup that we also do twice a year. I am not one of those people. Nope. But there's also, we man I shouldn't say man, we staff the concession stand at a fish game.
Oh.
And some of our members who aren't able to attend our meetings like to volunteer there. We do the spaghetti dinner for Relay for Life at the high school in April.
Yeah.
We do Earth Fest. We grill the little sliders that they had last year and help with the food line. Yeah, so there's different opportunities that we have that some members like to participate in and are able to because of their time commitment to work.
Yep. Oh, that's awesome. I was going to ask, what does a typical meeting look like?
Okay, so we always have food, which is a good thing. We have a wonderful working relationship with Ezekiel. We pay them to provide either breakfast at 7 a.m. on Tuesdays or lunch at noon on Tuesdays. And that money is used by the Ezekiel youth to go to their annual convention.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a win-win for both.
Everyone, yeah.
And they make delicious food. So the meeting starts out with food, and then we have announcements, followed by Happy Bucks. And Happy Bucks is when we give $1, $2, or $3 and share with our fellow members what we're happy about or grateful for.
Oh.
So it's always uplifting
Yes.
to hear.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great. It gives you a chance to brag about your children or grandchildren or great-grandchildren.
Great-grandchildren.
Yeah. So we have Happy Bucks, and that takes us right up until about the midpoint of the hour, and then we always have a guest speaker, somebody that we can learn something from. So as an example, last Tuesday we had Melissa Mischke from the St. Croix Economic Development Corporation, and that was fascinating to hear all the statistics about jobs and housing in St. Croix County. This week we have Sarah Schaffner from Friends Among Us, the dementia support group. Also another fascinating topic. So we try to get interesting speakers. We're so blessed to have University of Wisconsin River Falls because they provide speakers about things that none of us even know about until you invite them in and you go, oh, I didn't know the university had a whole archives section where you can learn about the history of the university in River Falls. So then we have 5 minutes at the end for questions and answers, and then our hour is up.
Yeah.
It goes quickly.
Wow. So when at the meetings, do you guys ever discuss the upcoming projects, or maybe how you're allocating funds, or do you have a board, that kind of thing? I was curious about.
During our announcements, we give updates about what we are working on. Just as example, last Tuesday was the day after our board of directors meeting, which meets usually the fourth Monday of each month at the River Falls Library. And since I'm president this year, I like to tell the board, keep the communication, the Rotarians, what the board is working on.
Yeah.
So gave them a final update on the pavilion, final update on our diaper project. One thing the board discussed about was having the River Falls Rotary Club establish their own endowment fund. Right now, the greater majority of our Rotarians donate to the Rotary Foundation, and that helps us apply for district grants that they give back to our clubs. But we're thinking about starting our own endowment so that we can give even more and better scholarships to the high school. So that was discussed.
Wow.
Yeah. We're always thinking.
Yes,
Sarah.
absolutely. That's awesome. I was going to ask, kind of as we're wrapping up, if there's anything that maybe I didn't talk about that you wanted to mention.
I just want to mention that in addition to helping our community, we try to help other clubs. And as example of that, the Stillwater Sunrise Rotary sponsors a bike ride every August from Stillwater down to Prescott and back.
Woo.
Not for me. But we have a water stop at Glen Park. Oh. And then we provide water and power drinks and snacks to those bikers just so they can get a break. But it's great because we get to showcase Glen Park.
Yes.
And the beautiful facilities.
Yeah.
Specifically the bathroom facilities
that
the bike riders need about at that point. And it's a good way to showcase River Falls because they come right through River Falls. So we do a lot for our community, but we also try to think a little broader and globally. And on that note, we do have a great foreign exchange student program where we have students from River Falls go over to Europe, to a specific country. Right now we have a lovely young lady from Spain. Her name is Abriel, and she's here the whole school year. One of our River Falls residents, Johanna Barbie, is, I believe, in Austria the whole school year. And our foreign exchange officer is Elaine Bauman, and she is our officer for the River Falls Rotary and for the entire 5960 district, which is about 60 Rotary clubs.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility. We also have something called a STEP program, which is short-term exchange program, and that is really cool because it happens in the summer. So a River Falls student They have to go through an interview process, but they go over to a family in Europe and stay there 6 weeks. And they usually have a family whose child is the same gender and about the same age. And then that child and the River Falls student come back and spend 6 weeks here.
Oh, wow.
So there are 2 host families, but it works out great because they don't miss any school. And because they're here in the summer, they get 6 weeks to learn about the United States. One of the host families that did that were Greg and Molly Miller. And they took their visiting student and their family on a 2-week trip of the United States.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Wow.
Not everybody has to do that, but that was really so generous of them to
Yes.
expose that student.
Yeah. What an experience.
So that we've been doing that for years, having foreign exchange students, and they come to our meetings too. And we get to know them. They're just really neat kids.
Oh, that is wonderful. Well, I thank you so much for everything that you do for the Rotary Club and that the Rotary Club does for our community. And
You're welcome, and we hope to keep up our work for the community.
yes, thank you so much. Real quick, I was going to ask if you wanted to fill out the application, you want to become a member, where would we find the application?
You could just go to the River Falls Rotary Facebook page.
Facebook page. Okay.
And it'll be there.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you on the next episode of Beyond the Falls.